If you're serious about success, stop announcing your plans and start proving them in silence. Working quietly is not weakness, it's discipline. In silence, you cut out distractions, protect your focus, and build results no one can ignore. The why is clear. Success loves quiet effort. The how is simple. Stay consistent, stay silent, and let your results do the talking. In a few moments, you'll learn how to build this mindset and challenge yourself to master it. Force yourself to work hard in silence. Greatness is never created in the spotlight. It is born in the quiet hours, when nobody is watching, when no one is there to clap for you. Most people want attention before they have earned results. They talk about their dreams, they tell everyone their goals, but all that talking drains the energy that should go into action. If you want to be different, you must choose the harder road. Work without making noise. Work when the world is asleep. Work when no one notices. Every extra hour you put in, every small effort repeated again and again becomes like money stored in a secret treasure chest. Nobody sees it yet, but one day it will open and the reward will surprise everyone. Think of a tree before it rises tall and strong. Its roots grow deep into the ground. Those roots are unseen, hidden in silence. But they are what hold the tree firm against storms. Your hard work in private is the same. The sweat, the practice, the discipline, these are the roots of your future. People may not see them now, but they will see the results later. And when they do, they will not doubt your strength. Silence gives you protection. It shields your focus from unnecessary voices. When you keep your effort private, no one can weaken your belief or distract you with their doubts. Silence keeps your energy where it belongs on the work itself. Talking spreads energy outward. Action builds it inward. The more you do, the less you need to explain, because results are louder than words. Working in silence also guards your momentum. Imagine a runner who keeps stopping to tell people how fast he is going. He loses speed every time he pauses to talk. But the runner who keeps moving forward without saying anything reaches the finish line first. That is the power of silent effort. It keeps you moving. It keeps you steady. It makes sure nothing breaks your rhythm. Most people are trapped by the need for recognition. They want praise before progress. They want applause before achievement, but applause fades quickly. Real success does not. Real success speaks for itself. When you work in silence, you are not chasing the quick satisfaction of being noticed. You are building the deep satisfaction of real accomplishment. And when your work is finally revealed, it will not whisper. It will roar. Think of history's builders, inventors, and leaders. None of them became great by talking about what they would do. They became great because they did the work quietly, often in isolation, often without support, until their results could no longer be ignored. They understood that proof is stronger than promises. You must understand this, too. Stop announcing. Start advancing. Stop seeking approval. Start creating something undeniable. Silence multiplies your power. It forces you to rely on discipline instead of praise. It forces you to trust yourself instead of depending on others. And it gives you an advantage. While others are distracted by talk, you are sharpening your skill. While they are chasing applause, you are building mastery. So remind yourself daily, greatness is not built in noise, but in quiet determination. Choose to be the one who invests in the dark, who trains when no one cares, who grows roots before reaching the sky. Force yourself to work hard in silence, because when the results arrive, they will be so loud the whole world will hear them. 2. Goal setting without noise. When you decide to work hard in silence, the very first step is setting goals that are truly yours, not goals borrowed from others, not dreams chosen to impress people, but goals that rise from your heart. Goals that belong to you will carry strength even when the road feels long, but goals made to please others are weak. They fall apart the moment applause disappears. You must choose carefully. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What is worth years of my effort? Once you know your answer, break it down into steps you can manage. Big dreams can feel heavy if you try to lift them all at once, but if you cut them into smaller pieces, each piece is easier to carry. A great journey is nothing more than many small steps taken one after another. Each step is progress, no matter how small it seems. Keep your plan close to your chest. Do not waste energy telling everyone what you are going to do. Talking too much spreads your strength thin. Quiet action, however, makes you stronger. Think of an architect. Before a building rises into the sky, its design is hidden on a sheet of paper. Nobody sees it, nobody praises it, but it holds the secret of what is to come. That is how you must treat your goals. Hidden first, then revealed later through action. Write your goals down. Protect them like a treasure map. Every day, look at them and ask, what is one thing I can do today to move forward? Then do it. No need for noise. Each small action adds a brick to the foundation of your success. Even if no one notices, even if no one claps, the wall of your progress is rising. Slowly but surely. Silence is not empty. It is full of power. It is your private workshop. It is your training ground. When you guard your goals, you give them space to grow without interruption. Think of a seed buried in the ground. You do not see it, but in the dark soil it is gathering strength. When the right time comes, it breaks through the earth and surprises everyone. That is how your goals will bloom if you protect them. Stay patient. Do not rush to reveal your progress too early. Many people ruin their dreams by showing them before they are ready. They talk about their plans, hoping for praise, and end up losing the quiet fire of focus. But you must be different. Keep building in silence. Keep stacking bricks, one by one. The day will come when your results will speak so loudly that no one can ignore them. Discipline is your greatest ally. It will guide you through days when motivation feels weak. It will remind you that goals are not achieved by bursts of excitement, but by steady, patient work. Every time you follow through on a small task, you are proving to yourself that you can be trusted. And when you trust yourself, nothing can shake you. So remember this. Set goals that belong to you. Break them down into steps. Guard them in silence. Work on them daily with patience and discipline. One day, what you built in private will stand tall in public, and the world will not just see your results, it will see the strength of your character behind them. 3. Resilience in the shadows. Silence is a teacher. And one of its greatest lessons is resilience. When you work quietly, without the praise of others, you are forced to depend on your own strength. Many people quit when the cheering stops. They lose heart because their effort was never rooted in purpose. It was rooted in being seen. But in silence, you discover what you are truly made of. No one is clapping. No one is pushing you forward. And yet you keep moving. That is where real resilience is born. Life will test you. Setbacks will come. Plans will fail. There will be times when you feel like you are standing alone. In those moments, silence becomes your training ground. Without the comfort of recognition, you must draw power from within. You learn to rise after every fall, not because someone encouraged you, but because you refuse to stay down. This kind of resilience cannot be faked. It is built in the shadows, far from the eyes of others. Think about the stories of great inventors and leaders. Before the world celebrated their names, they faced countless failures. Their ideas were doubted, their efforts mocked, their paths filled with rejection, but they endured. Most of their battles were unseen. They worked through frustration, disappointment, and ridicule with no audience to cheer them on. And yet, that quiet perseverance gave them the strength to succeed when the time was right. Their resilience was not created by applause, it was created by persistence in silence. Resilience means seeing obstacles differently. Instead of treating them like walls meant to stop you, treat them like weights meant to strengthen you. Every problem is a chance to grow tougher. Every difficulty is a lesson disguised as hardship. Just as a muscle grows by pushing against resistance, your spirit grows by pushing against setbacks. In silence, there is no one to distract you from this truth. You see clearly that the grind is not punishment, it is preparation. Most people run from the grind. They avoid the hard, lonely work because it lacks immediate reward. They crave comfort, or they want the spotlight too soon. But when you choose to embrace the grind in silence, you gain an advantage. You endure storms others cannot survive. You grow roots deeper than those who only bloom in sunshine. And each storm you survive adds to your strength, layer by layer, until you are unshakable. Resilience in the shadows also frees you from judgment. You can stumble, fall, and rise again without an audience weighing in on your mistakes. This freedom is a gift. It allows you to experiment, to fail forward, and to learn without fear of ridicule. Every quiet comeback you make becomes a hidden victory, building confidence that does not depend on others. Over time, these hidden victories shape you into someone who can face anything. One day, when your results finally step into the light, people will see only the strength, not the countless silent battles that built it. They will be amazed by what you have accomplished, but you will know the truth. It was forged in the shadows, in the silence, in the resilience no one else saw. So welcome the silence. Do not fear it. Use it as the place where your resilience grows strong. Each setback is not the end, but a stepping stone. Each storm survived in private becomes proof of your power. And when the time comes, your resilience will not whisper. It will roar louder than words ever could. For self-belief without validation. To work hard in silence, you must believe in yourself so deeply that you do not need others to cheer you on. Many people waste precious time waiting for approval. They will not take a step unless someone tells them they are good enough. They want applause before they have achieved anything. But applause is temporary. It rises quickly and fades just as fast. If your confidence depends on the clapping of others, you will never last long on the journey to success. True self-belief, the kind that carries you through storms, is built quietly when no one is watching. The test is simple but difficult. Can you keep moving forward in the dark? Can you hold on to your vision when no one else sees it? That is the measure of self-belief. Believing in yourself when the world collapses is easy. Believing in yourself when the world is silent is strength. Think of belief as a fire. External praise is like the wind. Sometimes it makes the flame brighter, but sometimes it blows it out. You cannot trust it. Internal conviction, however, is like steady fuel. It keeps the fire alive, no matter what happens outside. If you build your belief on approval, you will always feel uncertain. But if you build it on inner conviction, you will always stand firm. The way to strengthen self-belief is to validate yourself. Celebrate the small victories that no one else sees. Maybe you woke up earlier than yesterday. Maybe you completed a task that felt heavy. Maybe you stayed disciplined even when you felt tired. These are not small things. They are proofs that you can rely on yourself. Write them down. Remind yourself of them. Each quiet win adds a brick to the wall of your confidence. Do not wait for others to clap. They may never understand the depth of your dream, and that is fine. What matters is that you understand it. What matters is that you see the progress no one else notices. Each day you work in silence, you are proving to yourself that you can be trusted, and trust in yourself is the root of unshakable confidence. History is filled with men and women who believed in themselves when the world doubted them. They did not beg for approval. They did not adjust their vision to please the crowd. They held firm, often in silence, often in loneliness, until their work spoke for itself. People only began to respect them after success had arrived. But their journey was carried by self-belief long before recognition came. When you no longer depend on applause, you become unstoppable. You are free. You do not waste energy chasing approval or explaining yourself. You move with quiet certainty, and that certainty commands respect. The world begins to notice not because you asked for attention, but because your results cannot be ignored. That is the power of self-belief without validation. So train yourself daily. Protect your inner fire. Celebrate progress even when no one else sees it. Acknowledge growth that is invisible to others. Because every unseen effort strengthens the foundation of your confidence, and when the time comes, your results will shine so brightly that recognition will come on its own. But by then you will know the truth you never needed it. 5. Passion and discipline in private. Passion is the spark that starts the fire, but discipline is what keeps the fire alive. Both are needed, but discipline is the stronger of the two, because passion alone is not enough. Passion makes you excited to begin, but that excitement can fade when the work gets hard. Discipline, however, does not care how you feel. Discipline says do it anyway. When you work in silence, you learn to balance both passion and discipline. You learn that success is not about sudden bursts of excitement, but about steady, consistent effort repeated over time. Think of an artist. At first, passion drives him to pick up the brush, but if he only paints when he feels inspired, he will never finish a masterpiece. The true artist paints day after day, even when his heart is tired. That is discipline. And in the quiet hours when no one is watching, that discipline turns passion into real creation. The same is true for an athlete. Passion pushes him to run onto the field for the first time, but discipline forces him to train early in the morning and late at night, even when the crowd is not cheering. His victories are not built in the stadium. They are built in the hidden practice sessions that no one sees. Passion may start the race, but discipline makes sure he crosses the finish line. Working in silence teaches you to rely less on emotions and more on habits. Feelings rise and fall like waves. Some days you feel inspired, other days you feel tired, doubtful, or distracted. If you depend only on passion, you will stop when feelings fade. But if you build discipline, you will keep moving no matter how you feel. Discipline creates stability, and stability builds results. Passion still matters, though. It gives meaning to your discipline. Without passion, discipline becomes dry and empty, like walking in a circle without purpose. Passion tells you why you are working so hard. Discipline tells you how to keep going. Together, they make an unstoppable force. Passion gives you the dream. Discipline builds the path to reach it. In silence, you learn to nurture both. Your passion is like a flame you protect from the wind. You remind yourself of the vision that excites you. You picture the life you want to build. The person you want to become, the difference you want to make. This vision keeps your fire alive. Then discipline steps in to make sure that fire does not die when the nights get long and the days get hard. Imagine building a house. Passion is the dream of the house. You can see it in your mind. You imagine the rooms and the beauty of it. But discipline is the bricklayer who shows up every day, stacking one stone on another until the dream becomes real. Without passion, the worker would have no reason to build. Without discipline, the dream would remain only an idea. When you work in silence, you are free to strengthen both passion and discipline without distraction. No one is asking you to perform for them. No one is demanding to see proof. You can focus on the work itself. You can enjoy the small victories of discipline, the tasks finished, the habits built, the days when you win over laziness. And you can feed your passion by reminding yourself why this matters, why this journey is worth every sacrifice. The combination of passion and discipline in private builds character. It turns you into someone others will admire later, not because you told them about your dreams, but because you showed them the results. And those results will carry the story of every silent night, every disciplined hour, every flame of passion that you refuse to let die. So remember this. Passion starts the journey, discipline carries it to the end. Protect your passion, but strengthen your discipline. Work in silence and let the quiet hours shape you into someone unstoppable. One day the world will see what you built and they will call it greatness. But you will know the truth. It was built with passion and discipline, day by day, in silence. 6. Learning and adaptability in the quiet. Working in silence is not only about grinding day after day. It is also about learning and growing without the pressure of eyes watching you. Silence gives you space to think, to make mistakes, and to adjust your path without fear of judgment. In that quiet space, you gain the freedom to experiment, to fail, and to rise again. This is how you become adaptable, and adaptability is one of the strongest weapons you can carry on the journey to success. Most people who talk too much about their goals feel trapped by their own words. Because they announce their plans loudly, they feel embarrassed to change direction when something doesn't work. Instead of improving, they stay stuck, afraid of looking weak. But silence saves you from this trap. When you work quietly, you are free to shift, to learn, and to correct your mistakes without worrying about anyone's opinion. You can fail in private, and failing in private is one of the most powerful teachers. Think about a craftsman building something new. His first attempts may not be perfect. The wood may split, the design may not hold, the joints may be uneven. But because he works in silence, he can try again and again without anyone mocking his early attempts. Each failure teaches him something new. Over time, his skill sharpens. By the time he shows his work to the world, it looks flawless. Yet behind that beauty are countless mistakes no one ever saw. That is how you must treat your goals. Do not be afraid to fail in silence. Each failure is not a wall that blocks you. It is a lesson that guides you. When something does not work, do not see it as a reason to stop. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I adjust? In silence, you have the freedom to answer honestly and the space to act on it. Adaptability also means being flexible when life changes. No path is smooth. Plans will fail, obstacles will appear, and conditions will shift. If you are rigid, you will break under pressure, but if you are adaptable, you will bend, adjust, and keep moving forward. Working quietly gives you the time and focus to build this skill. You learn to treat every challenge as training, every setback as information, every change as an opportunity to improve. History shows us many examples of this truth. Think of inventors who tested hundreds or even thousands of times before discovering the solution that changed the world. If they had given up after the first failure, they would have achieved nothing. But they treated failure as part of the process. They worked in silence, away from the crowd, learning with each mistake until they finally succeeded. Their adaptability was the bridge between failure and greatness. Silence also sharpens your observation. When you are not busy talking about your plans, you listen more. You notice small details others overlook. You see patterns, strengths, and weaknesses more clearly. You study quietly, learn from others, and add their lessons to your own path. This makes you wiser and faster in your progress. The world belongs to those who learn quickly and adapt often, and silence gives you the perfect environment to do both. Imagine a river flowing down a mountain. When rocks block its path, it does not stop or complain. It bends, shifts, and finds another way forward. That is adaptability. And like the river, you must learn to flow. Silence allows you to practice this without interference. Every obstacle you face becomes a chance to test your ability to change course without losing direction. In the end, silence is not just the ground where you build discipline, it is the classroom where you gain wisdom. It is where you learn from your mistakes, sharpen your skills, and adapt to whatever life throws at you. Work quietly, learn deeply, and stay flexible. Because when you master adaptability in silence, no obstacle will ever be able to stop you. 7. Pressure and composure. Pressure is something no one can avoid. Life will always bring moments when the weight feels too heavy, when time is short, and when the challenge seems greater than your strength. Many people crumble in those moments. They panic, they freeze, or they give up because they were never prepared. But those who train themselves in silence learn to stay calm under pressure. They know that storms will come, so they build their minds before the sky turns dark. Silence becomes their training ground, where composure is shaped one quiet day at a time. Most people only work hard when others are watching. They want recognition, and recognition makes them feel. If your strength is only for show, you will fall apart the moment difficulty arrives. Those who practice in silence, however, do not rely on applause. They rely on discipline. They fight their battles when no one is there to see. They deal with frustration, self-doubt, and failure privately. And by doing so, they grow stronger than those who only work for the spotlight. Think of a warrior. He does not wait for the battlefield to test his skills. He trains daily in silence, practicing again and again with no one to cheer for him. He swings his sword thousands of times, rehearses his moves in solitude, and builds his body and mind away from attention. So when the real battle arrives, he does not panic. He is calm, steady, and ready. Pressure does not break him. It reveals the preparation he made in silence. You must do the same. Prepare for storms before they arrive. Do not wish for life to be easy. Instead, accept that pressure will come and see it as an opportunity to show control. When things do not go as planned, most people waste energy complaining. They say, "Why me?" Or "This isn't fair," but complaining is useless. It changes nothing. Composure, on the other hand, allows you to think clearly. A calm mind sees solutions where a panicked mind sees only problems. Imagine a ship captain steering through a storm. The waves crash, the wind roars, and the crew is afraid. If the captain panics, everyone loses hope. But if the captain remains calm, focused on guiding the ship, the crew gains courage. The calmness of one man spreads strength to many. In the same way, your composure in pressure-filled moments will not only guide you, but also inspire others around you. Staying calm under pressure does not mean you feel no fear. It means you do not let fear control you. Fear is natural, but discipline allows you to act with logic instead of emotion. In silence, you can practice this skill. Each time you face a small difficulty, a late night, a failed attempt, a tough task, you train yourself to stay steady. Over time, this becomes your nature. You stop reacting wildly, and instead you respond with strategy. Pressure also tests patience. Many rush decisions when stress rises, and those rushed choices often create more problems. Composure teaches you to pause, to breathe, to think before acting. The ability to wait, even for a few seconds, can change the outcome of a situation. That small pause is the difference between reacting and responding, between failure and success. Silence gives you this power. When you work without noise, you learn patience. You are not chasing quick results. You are building something slowly. This practice of patience carries into every pressure-filled moment. You stop fearing delays, setbacks, or obstacles. Instead, you see them as part of the journey. In the end, pressure is not your enemy. It is your test. It shows you how prepared you are. If you panic, you must train more. If you remain calm, you are ready for greater challenges. Silence is the gym where your composure grows stronger. Each quiet struggle prepares you for the storms ahead, and when those storms come, you will not break. You will stand calm, steady, and unshaken. 8 Legacy of Quiet Persistence. Persistence is the bridge between dreams and reality. Many people begin with passion, but few have the patience to keep going when the road grows long. They want quick results. They want immediate rewards. And when progress seems slow, they quit. But those who choose persistence, especially in silence, create a different story. They build not only success, but also a legacy. A legacy is not formed by a single act of greatness. It is formed by showing up day after day, year after year, long after the excitement has faded. Quiet persistence is powerful because it removes the need for attention. When no one is watching, you are free to focus only on the work itself. Every day becomes a chance to lay one more brick, to take one more step, to sharpen your skill just a little more. These efforts may seem small, even invisible, but over time they grow into something extraordinary. Think of a farmer. Each day he works the land, plowing, planting, watering, and waiting. At first, nothing shows. The soil looks empty. To an outsider, it seems like nothing is happening. But the farmer does not stop. He trusts the process. He knows that growth takes time. And one day, the field bursts into life, full of crops ready for harvest. Persistence and silence works the same way. What feels invisible today will one day be impossible to ignore. Quiet persistence also protects your energy. When you do not waste strength trying to prove yourself to others, you have more strength for the actual work. Talking drains energy. Action builds it. While others spend their time seeking recognition, you are building results. Over months and years, this difference becomes enormous. One day, people will look at what you have built and think it appeared suddenly, but you will know it was years of silent persistence that created it. Every great figure in history carried this quality. Builders who raised monuments, inventors who changed the world, leaders who shaped nations, all of them practiced quiet persistence long before recognition came. Their names became remembered not because of one loud moment, but because of years of steady effort, often unnoticed at the time. That is why persistence builds legacy. It leaves behind something greater than applause. It leaves behind proof of a life lived with purpose. Persistence also teaches you resilience. There will be days when you feel tired, when results seem far away, when doubt whispers that you should stop. Many people give up in these moments. But if you keep moving one step, one task, 1 hour at a time, you discover a hidden strength inside you. That strength becomes part of who you are. And once you know you can keep going through difficulty, you become unstoppable. Another truth is that persistence compounds. Just like saving coins in a jar, small daily actions add up. At first the jar looks nearly empty, but day after day, coin after coin, it begins to fill. Eventually it overflows. In the same way, your daily efforts may feel small, but over months and years they build into achievements far larger than you imagined. That is the secret of persistence. It multiplies quietly until the results are undeniable. In silence, persistence becomes even more powerful because it is pure. You are not doing the work for applause, for recognition, or for quick rewards. You are doing it because you believe in your vision and in yourself. This purity of effort gives your work depth and meaning. It ensures that when success comes, it rests on a foundation too strong to be shaken. In the end, quiet persistence is the legacy you leave behind. It is proof that you did not give up, proof that you kept going when others stopped, proof that you trusted the process even when results were invisible. And one day, when people see what you built, they will respect not only the outcome, but also the unseen persistence that created it. So keep going. Stay steady. Build your legacy in silence. Because while applause fades, a life of quiet persistence will echo long after you are gone. 9. Let results do the talking. Words are easy. Anyone can say, I will succeed, I will achieve, I will change my life. But words without action are like empty shells. They make noise, yet hold nothing inside. Results, on the other hand, speak a language that no one can deny. When you let results do the talking, you no longer need to explain yourself, defend your vision, or prove your worth. The work you have done, the progress you have made, and the success you have built become your voice, and that voice is louder than any promise you could ever make. When you work in silence, you give yourself the chance to focus fully on action instead of chatter. Every hour you spend quietly moving forward is like a hidden investment. At first, people may not notice. They may doubt you. They may even laugh at your dreams. But doubt and laughter cannot erase results. When the proof finally appears, all doubts fade away. Results have the power to silence critics in a way words never can. Think of a sculptor working on a block of stone. At the beginning, people see only a rough, shapeless rock. If he tries to explain what he is creating, some may not understand, some may question, and some may mock him. But the sculptor does not waste time arguing. He keeps chiseling, shaping, and refining in silence, and one day the stone becomes a masterpiece. At that moment, no words are needed. The result explains everything. The same is true for you. Do not waste time trying to convince people that you are serious about your goals. Do not spend energy defending yourself against doubters. Instead, put all that strength into your work. Build, train, study, practice. Whatever your path demands, do it quietly and consistently. In time, your results will rise like a tower that everyone can see, a tower that no one can deny. Letting results speak also frees you from the trap of pride. Many people boast about small progress, seeking quick praise. But pride built on words is fragile. The moment things get hard, that pride crumbles. True pride, the kind that gives lasting confidence, comes from achievement earned in silence. When you have real results, you don't need to shout. People will see them. They will respect them. And that respect will be stronger because it was not demanded, it was earned. Another lesson is that results are permanent. While words fade quickly, promises can be forgotten. Excuses are ignored. But a result, a finished book, a business built, a skill mastered, a body transformed, stands as undeniable evidence. It cannot be erased by opinion. It cannot be taken away by critics. It is proof of who you are and what you have done. History remembers those who let results speak. Builders, inventors, explorers, leaders. They were not known for talking about what they would do. They were known for what they accomplished. Their work became their story. Their results became their legacy. And that same truth applies to you. The world does not need your explanations. It needs your proof. This is why silence is so powerful. Silence keeps you humble while you work. Silence saves your energy for the real task. And silence prepares you for the day when your results are ready to step into the light. When that day comes, you will not need to argue, boast, or defend yourself. Your results will do all the talking. So stop chasing recognition through words. Stop trying to convince others with promises. Let your actions build your case. Let your results be your answer, because once results appear, they cannot be denied. They do not whisper, they roar, and their roar will be louder, stronger, and more lasting than anything you could have ever said.